So far in this topic, we've looked at a lot of unique terminology that's used to describe options. One of those terms was the option premium, which is the value of the option and the amount that you have to pay to buy the option. In this module, we'll look further into what makes up the value or the premium for an option. There are two components of the value of an option: intrinsic value and time value. Intrinsic value is the payoff that you would receive if the option is in the money and zero otherwise. So for a call option, the intrinsic value is equal to the difference between the asset price and the exercise price if the asset price is greater than the exercise price. Otherwise, it's zero. For a put option, the intrinsic value is again the difference between the exercise price and the asset price if the asset price is less than the exercise price, and zero otherwise. Recall from the previous module, an option was in the money if exercising the option would result in a positive payoff, and therefore if the option is in the money, the intrinsic value of the option is greater than zero. With an out of the money option, if you exercise the option it would result in a negative payoff, but the intrinsic value cannot be negative, and therefore for an out of the money option the intrinsic value would be zero. Exercising an at the money option would result in a zero payoff, and therefore once again the intrinsic value of an at the money option is zero. On the expiration date, just before the option expires, the value of an option would be equal to its intrinsic value, either a positive number if the option is in the money or zero otherwise. Prior to the expiration date of an option, there is still time remaining for the option to go from being out of the money or at the money to become in the money. Or if it's already in the money, there is time during which the option could get more into the money. Therefore, it is possible that an option will sell for more than its intrinsic value, and this extra value is called time value. Therefore, prior to the expiration date, the value of an option will be equal to the intrinsic value plus the time value. The intrinsic value can be zero, for example if the option is at the money or out of the money, but can never be negative. The time value could be zero, for example on the expiration date, but it also can never be negative.